last time I probably took more of the lead because this is the movie I picked. I think you should take more of the lead this time, but
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like we should do both movies because I feel like we can do them pretty quickly, or not quickly, but we can do
okay,
both in 30 minutes
that's fair.
or so. Yeah, exactly. So if we're gonna start with the first John Wick, because the funny thing is, like, we actually recorded this, or we actually talked about this movie earlier, like about a month ago, I guess.
It
But
was it was some time ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I didn't record it,
right.
which was stupid. But so that's why we're doing it now. So going into this movie, I feel like most people would just look at it as a regular action movies because when you look at it from that perspective, it looks
Right.
generic. It's
Like, especially the first one. Yeah, it's just like the posters from it themselves. I mean, it's Keanu Reeves wearing a suit holding a gun.
yes, exactly.
I mean, John Wick. It's just it's not long. It's just short, but hey. So we're recording now, right?
Yeah, exactly. I got it.
So yeah, so we're doing both of them. So you are definitely right. So I liked the first one all right. It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Hmm.
Um I was so like going into it, I didn't really know anything about John Wick, but going into it, it was kind of cool to see. So like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know John Leguizamo was in this movie. Oh, I didn't know that Lance Reddick, God bless his soul, was in this movie.
Yeah.
Heck, freaking, I'm a big wrestling fan. Freaking Kevin Nash makes a small role in this movie in John Wick 1. That was cool.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad that you picked it up because I'm not a big wrestling guy at all. So I'm so
Yes.
happy. And it's also that guy who shows up in every single movie. Like, the hell is his name? I have to look it up.
Oh, Willem Dafoe?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe, exactly.
I didn't know Willem Dafoe was in this movie. I
Yeah,
didn't know the Green Goblin was going to be in this movie. Are you kidding?
yeah, exactly. I'm so exactly.
So the first one, like, again, going into it, kind of starts off like how I feel like a modern, generic action movie starts. It's the main character, he's basically retired.
He's living the
You know,
life. He's living the life, and the opening of the movie is the funeral of his recently
right.
deceased wife, which is
So that's different. Usually it's like the main character with their wife or so at the beginning of the first John Wick, for some reason I thought of the Arnold Schwarzenegger classic Commando.
oh yeah. I
Just I
cannot
don't know.
I cannot
Go ahead.
relate to that movie because I have not seen it.
So basically it's kind of like that, but like so in Commando, like Arnie, he's basically retired, like special ops, whatever.
You know?
But he has a daughter instead of like his wife, and his daughter's not dead or anything. But then some people come in and they kidnap his daughter to make him to do stuff or whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess that movie kind of started that trope. Like the movie starts with the main character trying to enjoy a regular life, but then something happens that makes them get back to it.
Yeah.
And in Wick's case, they kill this puppy.
Which is devastating. I feel like that is a pretty hard scene to watch because of the brutal reality of what actually happens. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes you fucking despise these characters. Like,
We can watch them kill any amount of people, right? But as soon as they kill a dog or especially a puppy,
yeah, fuck humans. They can die all. They can die all. For all I care about, but I'm really sensitive when it comes to like animal deaths in movies, because I feel like they hit harder.
And then he gets kind of back into it. Those guys come after him before he can get after them. Then he gets to the what's it called, like the hotel and.
Oh yeah, I should definitely know what it's called, so I'm gonna check it up really fucking quickly.
I think I have it pulled up here. Let's see. We've seen these movies. We should know what these.
Yeah, but basically, it's called the Continental.
The Continental. Okay, so basically, yeah, we're all like these assassins come meet up, but the big rule is can't handle business there. So that basically means I can't take my gun and go pop the heat right here.
Nah, I can't. You can't do that shit.
I can do it outside, but not in there.
Yeah. It's like their holy church, basically.
Exactly. And then, I mean, John, again, but the thing is about John Wick 1, again, it's kind of a generic, I mean, he kills everybody.
Yeah.
He basically gets revenge on everyone. Go ahead.
And I gotta give credit to the main villain, or like the, who's played by a Swedish dude called Mikael Nyqvist.
There you go.
Which I find kind of funny, because in the John Wick franchise, they cast Swedish people. Like, in the first one we got Mikael Nyqvist, in the second one we got Peter Stormare, and in the fourth one we have Bill Skarsgård. So we got all these Swedish people in.
Oh, Sweden. Represent, right?
Yeah,
right?
Gotta represent motherland. Motherland.
Let's go.
Exactly. That's really fucking interesting, because usually they cast Germans for these, like if they want an international portray, they go with Germans or Russians.
That's such a stereotype too. That if there's an international bad guy, it's the German. That's such a stereotype.
It's always a German or the Russian. Or like maybe even a Spaniard, maybe. So
you're so right. It's either a German or a Russian, and we know why. I mean, let's not pretend.
Not to get political, but some stuff have happened that gave those countries.
There's a reason that stereotype exists.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, going back to this original movie, I feel like the story is actually pretty solid. Like, it's probably the easiest watch, because they break in, kill the dog, John Wick goes after them. It's a pretty basic revenge story.
It's definitely, out of the two that I've seen, because I've only seen the two.
Yeah.
It's definitely, using the word generic. See, like, generic has this, like, it's used in a negative light, but, like, toilet paper is pretty generic, but I don't need freaking blue dyed toilet paper to wipe my butt.
Exactly.
I could just use the plain white stuff, and I'd be perfectly fine with it.
Sometimes you gotta take a generic movie, like, it's fun to throw on, like in the background or something, just to relax with it,
Well, the thing, the best part is that everything in it kind of builds up, so it does kind of what it should. It builds a little bit up to the next one, and the next one, a lot of times, is usually where, as a wrestling fan, there's a man named Jim Ross. All my wrestling fans out there, he would used to say, business is about to pick up here.
Which is exactly what happened with the second one. I feel like this is the prime example of how to do a sequel. You take what you got from the first one and just build up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely keep it going. So
they do.
So we get a bunch more of the Continental, and just how massive of a cooperation that is.
And that's and a lot of franchises. This is one thing you do want to do with certain franchises. It's world building, and that's when you mentioned how it goes more into detail about certain things from the first movie, like you mentioned about how the Continental is all these things. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
Let's talk about the villain in John Wick 2.
Yeah.
I'll let you take this.
Santiago.
Santiago D. Antonio. It was Santiago D. Antonio.
Santiago de Antonio.
Yeah.
So this is an awesome villain for many reasons. First off, he's played by a very talented actor, which I feel like sells the story, because he literally just rocks up to John Wick's house right after he's taken his car out from these first guys that the Peter Stormare gang, as I like to call them. I feel like we're jumping back and forth, but it's been a little while since I've seen the movie. So then after that, he just comes over to John Wick's house, burn down his house. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot.
I mean, hey, if I saw somebody's house burned down, I wouldn't be speaking clearly. Burn down this man's house. A man who literally is a killing machine.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna burn your house down so you can kill my sister.
Exactly. Fucking dick move, dude.
Move, dude. That's your sister, bro.
Bro, come on, bro. I want to live.
One thing I like growing up, my dad was always, he loved to learn like Italian crime family, like the mafia, just like crime, like Italian crime history, right?
Yeah.
And just like the whole idea of just like organized crime and the mob, any kind of organized crime. It just shows you how just fickle, organized crime is. Because what do they preach? What are all those crime families, all those, gangs or whatever? It's loyalty, pride, everything. Don't turn your back.
Exactly.
You'll end up just killing each other anyway at the end of the day.
Yeah, just look at The Godfather, for example. Like,
which is a movie we'll definitely tackle sometime in the future.
I've already seen that movie twice.
Right, who hasn't seen that movie? Except for losers. Just kidding.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just the whole. Even like family isn't like enough to save. Being family is enough to save you from somebody wanting power.
Exactly.
Crazy. So again, it was nice to see a lot of the returning characters, even if some didn't have as a major, it was nice to see John Leguizamo again. It was good to see Lance Reddick. God bless his soul.
So, talking about John Wick 2, I feel like one thing that's ramped up like crazy is the gore. This is a violent movie, and John Wick goes absolutely crazy.
This budget definitely went up, didn't it?
Exactly.
There was, quite a bit. There was definitely more blood.
Yeah, bloodshed.
A lot more blood, which, in all honesty, is probably a little more realistic. If you get shot, you're gonna bleed.
Yeah, because I want to talk about one scene in particular. It's the scene where the sister actually dies, and she's laying in this like bathtub, and she's like, I feel like that is a pretty violent scene. Talking about violence.
Well, when you're dying in a bathtub, typically that's usually maybe just sometimes.
Always gonna picture the Hostel 2 scene where the chick is just like with a sigh or like a hoe, just fucking
Oh,
slayed up.
I haven't seen Hostel yet, but now I know what I'm gonna get into. Now, can't wait.
Oh, I have seen Hostel.
Oh boy, is it Hostel?
Yeah, it's Hostel. It's called Hostel for a reason.
The part I liked was basically when the bodyguard, the lady bodyguard, what was her, was it Ares? Is it Ares?
Ares.
Ares, and she was like mute.
Oh yeah.
She was deaf. Was she deaf? I feel.
Yeah, she used sign language.
Yeah. And then she used sign to basically betray him.
Mhm.
And I liked how, I mean, those were in the catacombs. I love it when they do it in old, dusty places like something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Catacomb.
And talking about catacombs, As Above, So Below just came out. Like,
Kill count.
yeah, talking about kill count, yeah. So,
Yes, sir. We got to talk about too.
I feel like we talk about every other movie that we're gonna watch, and we're not talking about like the movie we're actually gonna cover.
Yes. Going back to John Wick. And then also, again, this movie, some people might not like that. It's basically building up another sequel. So, like, oh, you're ending it so you can, ending it to make another movie. I hate when movies do that. Oh, at least I know some people who say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I like it how we know, oh, now what can happen to him? Anything can happen to him now, right?
Yeah, exactly. I like to keep the question open for sequels, like let people get like creative with the next installment and see how can we take this further, how can we build on this further.
Right. The only downside to it is if you don't make another sequel, you leave it kind of on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, but I do really like this cliffhanger. He's had enough with the guy and just fucking shoots him in the freaking Continental, and then after that he's just basically on the run. He's getting put on. He gets a hit on him, basically.
Yeah, he gets a hit, like a major hit, like everywhere. There's a hit on this dude.
The second hit of the movie, because there was a hit earlier in the film when he.
Right.
I don't remember what exactly happened, but I think it's after the party sequence.
Right.
So, and that's when the gore starts, when he's just fucking laying waste to every single fucking guy and girl who tries to kill him. He's just like, he becomes like the Terminator, basically.
To put it simply, ladies and gentlemen, John Wick is a badass.
Played expertly by Keanu Reeves. I feel like we really gotta commend that guy for portraying this character, because it is a reason why it's like hailed as one of the greater action series of the 2000s, and the action genre can very easily become generic and boring. Like
generic, yes.
We have like 14,000 different action movies with B-movie actors. So whenever we get an franchise like this, like the Bourne, like Mission Impossible, like Rambo, like Lethal Weapon, like all these classics, when we get one of those out of one of the thousands that exists, it really makes it.
As far as I'm aware, like Keanu Reeves has obviously done action movies.
Yeah.
Like he's done a lot of action movies, but like I don't know if he's necessarily done a character quite like John Wick. I don't know. Like I always think of like someone like Jason Statham. Mm-hmm. I don't think Jason Statham's a bad actor, but I think he plays the same exact person in almost every movie he's in.
Yeah, exactly.
If you see one Jason Statham performance, you've seen them all.
I feel like that goes for like a lot of actors, mainly Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes, but specifically just on the action movie genre.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, like John Wick. Like I mean, obviously people in action movies have fought in suit and a tie, but I mean, he makes it look good. He makes it look effortless. And he doesn't need the goofy gadgets like James Bond. He doesn't need the shirtless moments like in Rambo.
Yeah. I feel like that like explains it better what I was trying to say with like the whenever one of these franchises stand out, you did something correctly because there are such a vast majority. The majority are just generic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's very entertaining when you get a franchise like this.
When you get something like John Wick.
I feel like I'm yapping at this point.
I mean, hey, this is what you do, man. But it sounds generic, but man, it's definitely a welcome surprise. That is what else.
It is.
So I think we talked a lot about it. Is there anything else you want to add about this?
1 second.
All right. Well, he is walking away. I think this would be a perfect time to tell you the next movie we plan on reviewing. And that movie is the Care Bears movie. No, I'm kidding. It's not the Care Bears movie.
Gotta get the Blu-rays. Gotta get some.
Blu-rays. I own them. Show them off one more time, Heed.
I got the first one, which we talked about, like, now. And then the sequel. How do I hold this? Like this?
That poster is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I love this poster.
So I talked about the movie we plan on watching next, and I almost said it was going to be the Care Bears movie, but that's a lie. We'll probably do that in the next time.
You're lying.
So the movie I plan on picking is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And here's the thing, Heed over here, my friend Heed, is not an animation person.
Not at all.
This movie I think is funny and it's so good. Oh, I love talking about this movie. And here's the thing, like, this is a sequel, but like it's this type of sequel where you don't have to watch the first one to actually get into it, to even understand what's going on.
Exactly.
So that's what we plan on watching next week. But for now, what would you rate John Wick Chapter 1 and John Wick Chapter 2 there, Heed?
What did we have? I don't remember what grading we used, like, for Once Upon a Time, but say 1 to 10 to make it more diverse.
Yes, I think that's probably what we did.
Yeah, so the first one, 7 out of 10. The second one, 8 out of 10.
Honestly, the exact same. I think I'm going to do the exact same thing. 7 and 8.
Really?
7, 8 for 2. Honestly, yes. That was exactly what I was thinking about.
Exactly. Because the first one, generic, but fucking John Wick's beautiful. And the second one, proven classic. Instant classic. The gore is fucking cranked up and the story is better. Everything's better about the second one, which makes it a better movie.
Good. Until next time, I'm Noah.
And I'm Heed.
And we're talking about movies. Yeah.
Goodbye, bitches.